if you win those pistol rounds, you're going to be getting a lot more of a chance. I mean, say uFrag had picked one up, they would have been what?
69 maybe.
Yeah, 16 sort of 9-ish areas. So it would have at least made the score look a little bit better. Obviously, would have given them opportunities as well. So if they can do that, we're going to be in a better place. As well as that, I think there is some merit in that they've played this before. They've seen where their mistakes lie. And from what we've seen of them so far this season, they are dedicated to actually improving, actually fixing mistakes they spot. So if they've gone through it with the same attention to detail that they did, as you said, on train.
Yeah, we see a stark contrast between maps, obviously between weeks. So last week, uFrag losing to CEX on Overpass. They've had that demo, they've gone over that, and they've reviewed that. So now going into this game, they've already had a game in UK Masters on Overpass. Let's see if that affects them.
Yeah, hopefully it's going to be making things go a little bit better early on, though. It is going to be Fish123 starting on that T side. Actually, another good thing in uFrag's
This is
favor.
smart. You're going to have Hype hiding behind barrels. Actually, no, he's actually opting to hide behind water instead, maybe. But regardless, they're actually not getting that. They're not getting the information towards mid on the CT side. So once this attack comes, this Fish123 attack comes towards the A side, it's going to be devastating.
That's the issue, isn't it? It's going to be in their face before they can actually respond. So it's going to be sort of the issue of that passive playstyle coming into light here. Pommy going to be the first man up with contact from long. And does at least manage to find one in the form of Cryptics. Adam going to be doing his job as well and finding Boaster. So 2 frags coming through before Fish can do anything. But Pickles and Rattlesnake are quick to respond when they do get there and find themselves 3 in a matter of moments. Cray and Claw now going to be the last 2 left. And well, they're going to be securing it. So at least 1 pistol round found. The CT side started off well. This is what they need to do if they want to make this map go better than the last.
Yeah, so actually the same pistol that uFrag showed last week. Fish123 obviously not watching that demo, so same setup coming out. 2 players towards A, 1 jump spotting from bank. Just want to see if there's any players towards long and mid. Obviously Adam at truck trying to spot those players coming up mid and get his headshots. Really crucial early frags as well coming out from uFrag. Having 2 entries as well before the T's get their bomb down. Allowing that retake to be a lot more fluid and a lot easier.
At the same time though, uFrag can't get too comfortable. This round's going to be the one for stacking up the cash. This is going to be the one where you see the MP9 and the UMP able to do great work.
We haven't seen this smoke before.
Next round, they're going to be in danger again.
I believe he's trying to smoke off the middle of the site. There's another way you can throw that as well from the barrel where Boaster is standing. Slightly safer, obviously. Rattlesnake exposing himself there, but I'm not too sure where that smoke lands, so we'll find out. Pommy again, just spawning towards long and mid. Just want to get 1 deacon, I think, holding any angles, gets pre-fired, so jump spawning for the information, playing nice and safe.
Yeah, and Fish, as a result, not able to really find anything of substance. They're spotted out, a Molotov goes through, nobody's found on the CT side, and they're going to be more than ready to deal with anything coming towards that A site.
Did the CTs just throw a Molotov?
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting. We'll talk about that afterwards. Pommy there with the first one, takes down Cryptics. Already the 1-man lead, 1 minute left on the clock now. 4 of these T's players heading towards A, and it's going to be 3 towards short. Make that 2. No players wrong anymore as Pistols will go down. Pommy takes him down. Pommy now on default spots Rattlesnake there. He takes him down, that's the bomb down. So, usually when you versus the full eco, you don't really want to waste your $600 Molotov. You know you're playing versus no armor. You know they've got hardly any firepower, so a lot of the times CTs will decide just to opt to save that for the next one. When the actual rifle is just saving yourself $600. So here comes the buy now for the T side. No AWPs, so this could be a set play towards toilets or maybe connector, take control of connector, take control of toilets, force pressure onto uFrag.
Yeah, at the start though, it's going to be Adam going aggressive early on through mid with his AWP. Doesn't manage to find anything in the end, so it's going to be in connector instead. And actually,
wow.
With a pixel showing, Cryptics is going to be finding himself gone from the map.
Really smart play there for Adam. He knows they won't have an AWP on their side, so he knows they're going to play 1 player towards connector, obviously on the default, maybe expecting a few more players pushing him. Gets the first kill for uFrag already on the board. It's only been 40 or so seconds, so T's now, this is where they spread. This is where they need to stack up and try and get an entry somewhere, but actually 2 of these players managed to find themselves onto the A-bomb site.
Yeah, that's the thing. uFrag him finding that AWP pick leave the site completely undefended. Adam decides he's going to be safe and exits through.
And they're going to hear this
B,
rotation.
And it means we're going to be seeing rotations coming through and a chance to stop them early on. Rattlesnake finds himself 1. Adam, though, manages to take himself back and find 1 in response before Boaster can be the man with the frag on the top. We see things start to even up. Frankster, though, going to be making sure that advantage is held. Going to be scoping out the site, making sure it's safe in order to get that bomb down. And this is where we're going to be seeing uFrag in trouble. A 2 versus 3 after plant situation with subpar weapons.
No CTs coming on the flank as well. 2 kits as well. So they have the time. They can get the frags. They can get the 1 versus 1. The nade going out for trade. Does connect. Actually takes down Frankster, but having no players on the flank means that these T players, they don't really have to face unless they're forced to. And Bosa there, Hype walking into his crosshair, takes him down, creating the 1 versus 2. Not really much chance here. Even if he takes down that first player, there's still another player that can play the bait and switch. The question is, will they peek off this? Doesn't opt to throw the smoke before he diffuses. Doesn't really want to have those players peek out. If he throws that smoke, it's a bit more obvious.
Yeah, I was wondering if maybe he just didn't realize he had it in his hand.
Maybe he could have picked up on.
Yeah, he picked it up a little bit late, obviously. uFrag did run out of nades on the remaining 2 players because they were the people who I think went with some of the lightest investments in the team that round, and it did mean we saw the overall retake being a little bit difficult. So it's going to be Fish coming back in with one of their own after uFrag find only 2. And now it's the CT's turn to be playing on a broken buy. A couple of Deagles, a FAMAS, and 2 M4s is going to be all they have to make this work. But Adam,
another
going to be in a great position initially to find 1 repeat though, and so he's going to be giving up his life.
Thing is that now that he's started to play, won't expect another player in connector, and Cryptix will go down to Pommy. So the 1-man advantage, 2-man advantage now as the boost from Cray takes down Rattlesnake. 2-man lead now for uFrag.
Yeah, there's going to be Fragster and Boasters, the last 2 left alive. Again, trying to work their way out towards one of these sites, and again, going to be finding a fairly open path towards A. It's just once more going to be about what they do once they get there. The rotates are coming through. There is going to be Claw making his way up into Bank. And so again, you can expect maybe to see this bomb go down, but you can't really expect a huge amount more than that.
Thing is, the Pommy from connector, he has the flank now. This is what the CTs didn't have last round, and this is going to be chink in the armor if they do go for this bomb plant and they take him down. The question is, can Bosa take these 2 players full flank? Sprays 1 down. The refrag will come out from Cray. Now flanks for the 1 versus 3. Takes down the first player. Cray and Pommy left.
2 versus 1 situation. Cray obviously going to be trying to keep himself alive, just hiding away a little bit, making sure he doesn't get spotted at all. Frankster going to be falling away himself, giving a little bit more room to work with and just trying to snake his way in behind either of these guys.
He can actually wrap around these CT's players. He's going to catch that player off guard, sprays him down. It's Pommy, but he'd actually smoked diffuses. It's going to be the 3rd round on the board now for uFrag, and Frankster loses that 1 versus 3. So the touch on the thing that happened earlier on in this game, when Adam went to peek towards connector, something that Astralis actually do is they have Dupree, smoke mid, flash mid, play long toilets. He spots long, he spots mid, plays off information if you hear steps. So that when device is in connector peeking towards the T's that are pushing connector, they don't get flanked from the T's. They don't get flanked from A long, and that's what happened. Rattlesnake, knowing that he's got the call that there's a player in connector, obviously the player in toilets, knows that the A long defense will be weak. 2 players go up A long, and that nets Fish123 their first round. Unfortunately for them, they lose the consequencing one.
Yeah, uFrag managing to make something out of very little there, as they do find themselves around where potentially they shouldn't have, and it means we're just going to be seeing things go back and forth a little bit now. Fish this time going to be the team with 2 rifles on their side and a few pistols to make things happen. They're going to be heading towards B. Cryptix though, not going to be heading that way for long as Hype takes him down. And we see a 4v5 situation emerge, and Fish actually a fairly decent way back considering they've had this much time to try and work. Claw now taking the aggressive angle, going to be finding himself through denying that bomb plant and leaving it in a position where it's Pickles versus the world. Nothing
they needed
he can
that plant.
do bar 1.
Actually, Shroud from Cloud9 being the first player to show us that little sewer thing there when the smokes come up towards B. You can jump on that sewer that's in water, and you can actually see over the smoke and get yourself a first frag. So Hype gets that first frag, and obviously makes that T attack a lot harder to get onto the B bomb site. And unfortunately for them, Cray pushes through the smoke and takes down 2 of those players, so the bomb does not go down, and their buy is far weaker.
Yeah, that means this round is going to be another broken one. This time 3 AKs instead of 2, but we're going to be having a P250 Deagle, and really not too much utility following through as the backup. So Fish, again, in a little bit of a bad position, not exactly where they want to be, but again with an open entry to the A site. There's going to be 2 men behind them, potentially ready to do damage if they figure out what's going on. And actually, yeah, look at this. This could be wonderful.
Thing is, though, these CTs, they're on the flank. Even if the bomb guards go down, they have such good position for the retake. Adam, the first frag, will take down Adam towards toilets. Will take down Boaster, sorry, towards toilets. And now, with these CTs on the backstab and they're behind on the flank, it's going to be so hard for Fish123 to win this after plant. They can actually push and go towards B. If they can push into Bank, take down Claw, take down Cray, they can go towards B and just completely forget about that flank.
Well, at the moment, for B, yeah, not going to be so easy after all. Cryptix goes down, Rattlesnake follows. Prankster after that, and suddenly it's all Pickles. AK in hand, no vision. It's just not doable for the man. So it's going to be uFrag actually making it out from that on with a clean round despite the bomb plant. And I mean, again, just sort of the uncanny positioning working in their advantage. As you said, they wait for the plant to come down. They make sure that they have the retake set, and I think 5 players being alive is sort of enough evidence to merit that was a good way to make it happen. That was taking advantage of the positions they'd found themselves in, and really Fish just didn't have a response.
As I mentioned, it doesn't really matter if the bomb goes down for Fish123. uFrag having 2 players towards the flank. Such easy frags to them as they come from behind and take down those players and defuse the bomb. 5 players staying alive, really good for the uFrag economy. It's going to be a 4-round lead now for uFrag.
Yeah, the uFrag economy looking fairly healthy indeed. Fish, again, going to be on these AKs, but once more going to have a man. Actually, 2 men who can't quite afford the glue on the Tech 9 coming out here. More utility, though, so hopefully we're going to be seeing something a little bit more focused that way coming through from these guys. And this time it's going to be towards B as well. You can already see the peak coming through off the boost. Cryptic's trying to see what he can do in terms of finding some information. But uFrag going to have a fair few men there ready to cause problems, and Adam actually going to be spotting the man on the boost out before he can do too much.
Hype now outside Monster. The question is, does Frank expect it does? But unfortunately for him, Hype will spray him down, spot another player. Actually opposite stay in the same position. That Monster will miss, and unfortunately for him, Pickles will take him down. It's the 4 versus 4.
Indeed it is. Pickles losing a fair whack of health, but still managing to stay alive. Means we're actually potentially going to be seeing Fish. Yeah, switch up what they're doing entirely. Now we're going to be heading towards A, where Pommy revives, but he is going to be more than ready. Finds himself the first to kick things off. Decides after that, as you were saying, not to face, to wait for his team to get there and to try and just hold it on the defense. And well, it's going to be Adam doing that instead. Faces, sides, Pommy goes down, and that's the plant coming through. 3v2.
Pommy has a smoke and flash, so he can flash for Adam to peek towards stairs, help his teammates out, but instead these players will just walk out one by one, die one by one. It's going to be Fish potentially on that second round. Claw here, sorry. Just a kit, no utility. Obviously coming from Banker, but it's so hard to fight choke point, so jump on the bin will go down to Rattlesnake, but as I mentioned, they're Pommy with his nades still. He can smoke off the right side, site, flash over. Adam can peek from the left side on the stairs, spray down one player, and they can play the site off of that, but instead, Pommy will die with his nades in his hand, doesn't use his utility. Fortunately for him, does get the first kill, does hide. That's really smart there. Doesn't want to give them the A bomb site just yet. Waits for Adam to come to the flank, but unfortunately doesn't use his utility correctly, and he will go down. I was going to say it's quite bad for Fish. They keep getting these bombs down and they keep forcing, but fortunately for them, they do win the force fight, so their economy is going to be looking fairly healthy. As long as they're winning. Rattlesnake there with the entry takes down Cray, and we're already looking at a 1-man lead for Fish123.
Indeed, we are. Hype going to be dropping the smoke, trying to buy himself some more security, and well, he does for the time being. Nobody going to be heading through to face him just yet. Fish obviously once more working on other avenues of approach.
Oh my goodness, I've never seen that before. Pickles goes down to Adam. It's going to be the first frag for the uFrag side. 4 versus 4 now. T's are split. The CT's are split too. It's a 2-on-2 CT defense. The T's stack up now and head towards B. They could get the B bomb site.
They could, and they're still going to have 2 men down there. You can already see Boaster working his way backwards. With him is going to be Frankster and Connector waiting, making sure it's safe, and it does look like we're going to be seeing that push towards B after all.
They could fake it, however. They have the utility to fake this, and they have the players in the Connector for the fast rotate. Looks like they're going to send the players towards B. It's going to be the B here, and it might be a retake now for uFrag.
Might be indeed. Cryptic's going to be seeing what he can do in terms of finding a frag, but it's actually going to be Claw to start things off. The nade goes through, but it's not going to be landing, and that means the man's still alive. More of a nuisance being created. uFrag still with 4 men alive. Takes a long time to see anything else happen, but Cryptic's immediately finds 2. Frank's going to be picking one up for himself as well. And that means it's Pommy from the A site as the last man alive with 3 to deal with.
In that situation, you have so many flashbangs to hold back the T side. I mean, Pommy in Heaven could have flashed for his teammates that was about to go boost. Flash over from Heaven. Adam peeks from boost. He can get a frag from that. Claw, he's in water. You have like, what he had? I think he had like 2 flashes there, maybe only 1, but even then you can hold back the T's there. Hold the attack, hold the bomb plant, and allow the CTs to push in together. Instead though, obviously in that moment it's a lot harder. It's a lot easier for me to stand here and look at what nades they have and just call it based off that, but fortunately for uFrag, they'll lose 2 consecutive in a row. It's going to be 2 rounds separating these 2 teams now.
Yeah, and Fish going to be looking to close that gap quickly, as it is going to be uFrag back down on the pistols. Both still waiting to see if any aggression comes through. None as of yet though. Pommy taking a little bit of an advanced position, but again, just uFrag waiting essentially to see if they can put these pistols to use, to see if there's going to be a frag they can find for free. Right now, Fish though not going to be giving it to them again. Look at them heading towards A. At this point they should be almost aware that it's probably going to be open.
Yeah, generally you want to stack towards Connector if you're the CT side on a full eco. Just those pistols in Connector at short range, they're really good there. Or play towards long, rock, and so forth. But Rattlesnake with the opener, take down Adam. And as we mentioned before, I love just full saving. All these players hovering around $2,000, so they can save. They have the buy for the next round. Not great utility though, but not that big of an issue, providing that they can push and play aggressively on the CT side. So heading into this next round, uFrag won't have the best money, or they will have the rifles. So we might see a double long push. We might see a B short take. Have the CTs take control of B short, leave a player B short in an off angle, have the other B players rotate towards A, and be ready for the A attack. So we'll see what the aggression is, or maybe no aggression at all.
Well, we are going to be finding out soon, and I think as John's just showing us there, uFrag in a bit of a dire position if this one doesn't go.
Yeah,
I
think
this
it's
is
going to be a long
Fish's chance to
push.
equalize. It's going to be painful, and yep. As you can see, or as you were going to say rather, aggression on long from uFrag.
So they have given up mid, but they're fine with that. They have kids, they can play the retake. Actually, Claw gets one, but gets traded. Hyperzor chimes in, but he'll get traded as well. Franks will go down. Pommy towards A long, takes another player pushing that, catches him off guard. One mad lead now for uFrag.
Frankster and Pickle's going to be seeing what they can do to work their way in. Cray, fairly sensibly, just sitting back a little bit, waiting for the team to rotate around, waiting for people to be with him before he actually tries to go for anything. Because we don't want to see what happened earlier. We don't want to see single players being picked off in 1vx duels. 2 smokes and 2 flashes as well for the CT sub. On AWP, that's the problem. And as well, no armor, so 1 bullet to him will give him the aim punch. That'll be an issue, but he has the bomb. So he's watching the bomb area. You can see Frank tries to rotate. That's a bad smoke. That actually gets a headshot through the wood there. Takes him down. Pickle's in the 1 versus 3 now. Yeah, Pickle's going to take a couple of pot
Have
shots at him, but none of them connect. At this point, the man not going to be able to do anything.
Yep.
Cray walks through, finds the headshot. That shuts him down and does mean that we see uFrag coming straight back through. 4 rounds on the board for Fish. They find themselves 3 in a row, so there is going to be money there to be spent. But again, they're going to be close to running out, and uFrag are going to potentially continue to keep this CT side rolling.
Thing is, on overpass especially, the CT economy is so vital. You need to have a healthy economy if you want to win the CT side. But uFrag now, they need this round. They need they need rounds in a row so they can build their economy that way. If they lose this, it could be detrimental to their half.
Oh, 100%. This would give Fish the chance to get exactly where they want to be. It'd give Fish the chance, actually, potentially, to try and equalize things. So, as you say, that would be a little bit of a disaster. This one is one that the CTs have to take. Oh, well, again, they're going to be set up to do just that. 3 players over towards B. 1 man in a position where the fast rotate is possible. And the A defense actually a little bit more pushed up this time, a little bit more out there.
Yeah, they're not really playing together. That's the problem. Whenever you play 2 people towards A on overpass, you need to be playing together so you can get refrags like this. Pommy will go down. That's toilets exposed. And now, Batista, they can apply map pressure here. They can take control of toilets. They can force the rotate here from Cray. 2B, 2A. You can slow smokes A, fake it, and go towards B.
At this point, they have a lot of space to do anything.
Exactly
Rattlesnake as well, going to be finding his way out as he almost finds himself in the crosshairs of Adam. Nothing comes of it though, and it does mean, as you said, we're going to be seeing a 5-man
wow, that's
presence
great.
as they head towards B. Boaster with 2 headshots to open it up means it's going to be Adam and Cray, the 2 men on the A site, really, if they want to get anything done to make this happen. But Rattlesnake, he's going to be waiting there, ready to take the guns out of their hands.
He'll go down. Cray now on the 1 versus 4. He just needs to save this AWP and drop it over to Adam. And as I mentioned there before, Pommy going down just instantly loses in that round. All the pressure there from the T's having control of toilets. Pickles there, sells the fake, throws the nades. Cray long, he does take down Pickles, so he might actually be able to save this AWP. That will net uFrag potentially a buy in the next round, but as I was saying, once you have control of the toilets, the pressure's there, you can fake anything. The CTs, they're so scared of being underarmed towards those bomb sites. If you only got 1 player at A when they go for that pack, obviously Cray needs to rotate towards A, and unfortunately for him, they end up going B and they fake A. So, 1 round difference now. They didn't save the AWP there. I mean, even if they did, it would have been a bad buy if they forced into it. It's only going to be 1 round separating these 2 teams. Fish123, if they can get onto 6 here, if they can even get to 7 or 8, they've won this half in their eyes.
Exactly, they're nearing that point where the half is going to be theirs, and they've got uFrag on the rocks as well, so it's not a happy time if you're one of these guys on the CT side. Obviously this one you'd be looking to win to keep them back in those low single digits or those medium single digits, but they're just going to have pistols to do it with. And from what we've seen so far, these aren't the rounds that tend to go well for these guys. These guys tend to prefer to just sort of go for the full eco, maybe go for a couple of picks, nothing more than that, and wait till they have the guns in their hands to actually do the damage.
The thing is that overpass is a map where actually force buying is so strong because you have the connector, you have B short, you have these close areas, toilets, etc. Usually see pro teams always force in the second round on overpass, but Adam, I've played with him, he loves to save for those molotovs and so forth, but trying to get a pick onto Rattlesnake. It's the 4 versus 4, even if he does get the kill. Still favor the Fish123. They have the firepower and obviously no armor on uFrag. 1 minute on the clock now. The T's can still play passive. They're going to head towards A. Get the pick onto A and just get the bomb down. Get the $800 and just go from there.
Exactly, and it shouldn't be too difficult either. Pickle's going to be adding extra security heading down into connector, making sure nobody can get in behind them in a sneaky fashion. And everybody else, as you said, just going to be working their way down A, looking to see if any opportunities present themselves, at least at the moment though. uFrag just going to be holding back and waiting to see them round the corner, and it's fairly sensible. I mean, Adam with a deagle is going to be in a great position to make a move if he spots somebody coming around slow, but instead he goes for the peek. Falls back, can't find the frag, and that's going to be him and Pommy down in a second. Now, it's Cray and Hype trying to come back. Cray with the AK in his hand, going to be looking to see what damage he can do. Sees the man planting the bomb, but can't quite get the spray off quick enough. Hype comes in as well, a moment too late. And so it's the 2v4 retake with very limited weapons. Hype, though, going to be finding 2 in a moment. The P250 doing work. And now, with the help of Cray, he should be able to try and get something started. Both of these players so low. 5 points of health on Pickles. He has a smoke, but there's no real way to use it.
Well, there's no kit though. You still get the defused, I imagine. We'll save the up as well. 2 frags there for Cray. Has the AK. Hype as well, 3. I mean, I was about to say, Cray should have been playing towards A a bit earlier there. He has the only rifle on that team. He has the AK. He should be towards the site that the T's will hit. But nevertheless, uFrag win that round, and I mean, that's an incredible play there from Hype with the P250. Takes down 3 players. Manages to bait the AWP shot as well out from Frankster. Jumps on default. Frankster tries to hit the flick, misses, and then when he goes for that reface, gets sprayed down by Cray. So great play there coming out from Hype and Cray. It's going to be 2 frags and 3 frags for both of those players, and now it's only 2 rounds separating them as uFrag win the Eco.
Yeah, Hype's a monster with the P250 though.
Highly skilled player, very highly skilled player.
What on earth was that? A round that Fish shouldn't have really been able to lose, just lose them entirely, and it does mean we're going to be seeing uFrag again trying to take back control. We were talking about the opportunities Fish had if they tied things up there. Instead it's going to be 7-5, but as you said, this one not looking so good.
Thing is, so the CTs, they have utility. Obviously one of these T players is low, but Bosa doesn't care. He's just going to take down that player as well. Player will go down. Adam, they're trying to get second. Doesn't quite do it. It's a 2 versus 4. The utility comes out. Rattlesnake will get that player. Pommy goes down. Adam in the 1 versus 4. He needs to save this now.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You talk about them having utility. By the time that they have the chance to use that utility, they don't have players to use it. And, well, Adam, as you said, needed to get out of dodge, decided to stick around and have a little bit of a chance. And, well, he's going to be losing the AWP as a result of that. So, uFrag. And now they're back down on nothing, yeah. I
mean, you can have that miracle round with Hype having an incredible play there, getting 3 kills with that P250. But if you lose the subsequent one, 2 for nothing, really, as uFrag, they're reset now. And they're on their eco. I don't think Fish123 are going to let this eco slip.
Well, I mean, I didn't think they were going to let the last one slip, so hopefully they're going to be able to put up a bit more of a formidable performance into this one. If they do it 7-7, and as you said, if they reach that point, they're going to be in a good place indeed. And well, this one doesn't look like it's going to be slipping away so easily. 3 frags in a matter of seconds. Cray going to be the man left on site with a UST, but there's T's all around him, and he's going to be able to only find 1 before he drops. Now, Tommy is the last man left, and even if he found Pickles there wasn't much he could do.
Spots the shadow.
As it stands, though, yeah. He's not even going to be able to do that, so 7-all. Fish actually with a chance now to win the half as a whole.
The thing is that uFrag, I don't think they've net themselves enough rounds here. I mean, if you're uFrag right now, you want 9 rounds on your CT side going into the T half. Obviously, the CT side is favoured on overpass, and when you're playing versus a more highly skilled team, the CT side is usually based off skill. I mean, I don't know what uFrag can throw at Fish123 on their T side, but regardless, Hype of the early aggression takes down 1 player. Can Pickles get the replay?
Well, Pickles does manage to find 1 back, but Hype's going to be there still making sure he can find the revenge. As you just pointed out, and I think with your head in your hands, the B site's open, but Adam with the AWP trying to provide some overwatch. He does find 1, but he's not going to be able to find the man sticking that bomb down, so it's going to be a little bit more of a chance for Fish to work from that disadvantaged position, but Rattlesnake gives him the shot. It means it's just Cryptic versus 4 to make this one happen, to find this round for Fish.
Oh, such a nice headshot there, spins and takes down Hype, but unfortunately Claw will trade him out. That's smart play from uFrag there. So what they've done is they've had 3 players go towards A, or was it 4? I'm not really too sure. Early aggression towards mid from uFrag, and then obviously having Adam there at heaven, just playing retake towards B. If you're playing aggressive one side towards the map, you play passive on the other side of the map. Team we see that as Astralis, as I mentioned before, used to be probably the best overpass team in the world, and what they used to do is they used to have Carrigan, Dupree, and Device push mid. They'd smoke mid, flash mid, bounce it off the wall, and then push through that smoke, but actually Hype there just facing with no utility. Wide facing there with his aim, just his aim. So this pistol's going to be vital for uFrag to pick up.
Well, they managed to find themselves the first in this map. If they can make it a second, they're going to be well on their way. As you said, though, if Fish find it, 8 rounds may not suffice for these guys. At the start, it's going to be uFrag on the T side, trying to see what they can get done, but a little bit of team damage comes through. Still, actually, potentially the chance to just find 2 players quickly. Cray going to be doing all the damage there. Boast are going to be their next obstacle, but they should be expecting him. It's going to be Cray once more, a third frag in the round. What, not 30 seconds into it, and just Pickles and Cryptics left to make the retake happen.
Don't throw this, please, uFrag. You know Cryptics is dead. He's just got a kill. How has he got second one on the Cray? Pommy's on 1 HP as well. This is winnable for Fish123.
It's definitely winnable indeed. Pickles and Cryptics are going to be continuing on their little tear. I think now a little bit more attention being given to Cryptics from behind, but as you said, when we saw that second frag come through,
knew he was there.
Nothing whatsoever. Pickles as well, just going to be lying in wait. They know the bomb's not gone down yet, but Pickles also knows nobody's gone B, so he's going to be waiting for somebody to peek him, and he finds the headshot as well. 4 points of health and 1 point of health respectively on Adam and Pommy here. It's going to be a bullet anywhere to end this one for either of them.
Cryptics though whiffing, doesn't quite get that one shot. Spots Adam though, they know where both these T players are, so this is where it gets really difficult now for uFrag. Adam needs to get an incredible headshot onto one of these CT players, otherwise this is looking like it's going to go in favor of Fish123. Pickles kills Pommy. Adam with 4 HP, not really much you can do there. We'll go down to Cryptics. I mean, you know Cryptics is on the flank. He's just killed one of your players, yet you still try to plant the bomb default. Plant the bomb truck or somewhere else. You have players on site. uFrag players are on site. They're spawning towards stairs. They're spawning towards flank. It's safe to plant trucks. Instead, that play will go down. Instead, trying to plant on default. uFrag with 3 entries. I believe that was a 2 versus 5.
I think it was.
Yeah, my goodness. Anyway, I mean, I'm so surprised actually managed to expect that player in long toilets as well. Usually you play 3B, 2A, and when you have 2 players pushing connector, you usually expect that to be the only players towards A, but uFrag as well catch out another player. So somehow they managed to lose a 2 versus 5.
Yeah, Cray finds 3, everybody else doesn't quite stack up, and it means we're going to be seeing them again with a bad start after, well, in the pistol. This one going to be P250s as well, though, as again we see the safe coming in this time, so they can get those AKs out in round number 3, and well, it means 1 frag's going to be basically enough for them, and it's going to be all they're given as well.
You got to think about mentality as well. If you lose a 2 versus 5 on the most important round of the half, the pistol round, that's got to get to your head somehow, unless they can brush it off like it was nothing and somehow claw back this game and win it. I mean, it is still very close. 8-9 on their buy now. No op for them, so they might opt for a fast B. Maybe get control of toilets as well. Their flashes and molotovs, maybe play towards connector, but we'll see how they fare to play. So instead, they're going to have 1 player towards B. This looks like a default. It's going to smoke off B short. Actually fails the molotov, not smoke, sorry. Fails the molotov. Having Pommy there boosted, trying to see if there's any long aggression early on. And actually, the player that pushes up boosted will go down. It's going to be the first frag now for uFrag.
Yeah, Pommy finds both aggression, as you said. Adam going to be picking up Rattlesnake as well, so actually a chance to equalize here to 9 apiece. Hype going to be waiting as well.
So much aggression.
Yeah, the passive play from uFrag holding them through here as Fish just continually walk into their crosshairs.
Cryptics as well in connect. Is he in connect? Yeah, is in connector. So Hype as well might catch him up. Cryptics isn't even looking to his left or right. He's just so fixated on one place. Down goes Cryptics. 1 versus 5 now for Frank, so he needs to leg it and run away and save that UMP and armor and see if he can pull off a miracle in the next round. Maybe push connector with his UMP, try and get 2 kills that way, or maybe do something crazy that way. But regardless, it's going to be 9-9 now.
Yeah, uFrag managing to come back into it in the second round, obviously in a big way. 4 frags, nobody gone just yet, and Frankster still not entirely sure what's going on. As you said, initially trying to run back up, well, trying to sort of get himself out of there, and instead heads back up to that A site and has his head taken off. So it's going to be Fish down on that low economy, down where we saw, I think, uFrag earlier, just trying to fight it up with the weaker weapons, and uFrag back in control. I
mean, it's not really that important to save an SMG or UMP. Yeah. At the same time, you know uFrag have just, this is the first round they won, so you know they're going to be on low buy. Frank's going to get 1 or 2 kills with his SMG, take a few guns out of uFrag's hands. It's actually going to net them really good economy. Not good economy for uFrag, bad economy for uFrag, and they're going to be in a good position for Fish123. Regardless, so the boost towards short, going to peek in towards mid, see if anyone will walk into that rifle.
At the moment, no dice. uFrag playing it fairly passive once more, not really giving themselves away for fights, and the only fight that's taken, Craig conclusively wins, finds 60 points of damage onto Pickles, and nothing is returned. So it's uFrag again starting things off well. Now though, they got to figure out the rest. It looks like we are going to be seeing them head towards the B side of the map early on. Cryptics with the jump spot going to be able to find, I think, at least 2 there in his eyes.
Doesn't spot the bomb though, so for all they know, this could be a default, but once the nades comes in, as well, the players that pushed up in mid, these CT players, they can be fast connected. They can maybe catch these players off that B short. Yes, they are. Rattlesnake takes down 1, goes for a second, takes them down. It's a 3 versus 3 now.
Franks are going to be dropped as well, so uFrag managing to gain a little bit of an advantage. 3v2 established. Cray finds the man pushing from short as well. It means it's going to be Boaster as the last left alive. Manages to tuck himself away behind sandbags, but he's going to get spammed a little bit by Hype, who just seems entirely sure that a man sat in
okay.
that angle. Flash through, sees what he can do, finds himself one at least, but with 14 points of health and 2 men to deal with. It's not going to happen. A 10th round on the board for uFrag to get their T-side started in the right fashion.
So finally we see uFrag in the lead now. Only 1 round, but they should get a second one here, providing that they go 11-9 and they don't lose to this eco. Fish123 on the Pickles. This isn't Face It, mate. Just stabs Cryptix just to 28 HP. Obviously having no armor, he takes a lot of damage there. Pickles maybe a little bit tilted after losing a few rounds to Cryptix there, but what can I say? 1 round difference now for uFrag and hopefully 2, as I've just mentioned. So Fish on the next 5. We've seen that aggression doesn't work. They tried to get aggressive last round. They got caught out. uFrag, they're playing that passive default. They have the player boosting towards the playground, passive towards long, watching the long push. Catches both on guard. And I mean, Fish123, they're not going to have the best utility. The question is, can they win the retake? So, Hype takes another player. Both still on the flank, takes him down. It's only a 1-man difference now. Fish123 have a chance. Take that back, actually, as he will go down. Rather than white faces from Connected. Takes out another player. Pommy, though, hopefully should seal the deal. Does. Rattlesnake with no armor there. Gets the aim punch, and Pommy will take him down. So, as I mentioned before, Fish123, will they go for the aggressive peaks? Don't believe they have an AWP. No, so no AWP from them through. Might see a double push long. Might see B shot control coming from Fish123. If not, they might just opt to play on sites and think in their heads, we're the better players. We can win the retake. We can win it that way.
Well, hopefully we can see them jumping back into things soon, as they're going to be once more in a pretty terrible position. Sort of between $50 and $300 left on the majority of the players. This round's going to have to be almost clean if they want to be working off the back of it. uFrag, all you really need to do is find 3 kills here. And I mean, you may lose a round, but you're back in the game next time.
Pickles, though, smoking stuff up. They won't expect Pickles towards barrels, and the question is, can he reface their perfect time and take down the play? Claw just headshots Pommy and takes him down. Oh, what the hell's going on? Hype, though, he knows what's up. He takes down Pickles. The reply there for Frankster takes down Clay. It's now the 3 versus 4.
And Franks are going to be dropped as well, so a 3v3 established. uFrag back on the ball, but Adam's going to be dropped by Cryptix early on, meaning that it's going to be the CT advantage once again. Hype trying to be the difference maker, but he can only find another to put his total up to 3, and he leaves, well, he's forced to leave as the last man alive. Finds one, looks for the second, but can't quite make the spray connect as Rattlesnake rips his head from his shoulders.
You got to think there, the nerves maybe getting into a place there. Just instantly headshots Pommy and takes them down. Not really too sure what's going on there. And as well, praying that 1 versus 2, just elephant footing towards the monster. They know where he is. Catches 1 player off guard there, but Rattlesnake on the ball takes him down when he refaces from. Oh, do I want to call it something that's not PG-13? What's it called again? Pillar. That's it. Pillar. Not what I was thinking. Anyway, boys. 11-10. Fish123, they win that round. So they win the retake, as I mentioned before. They didn't decide to get aggressive. So Adam XO with the AWP. And Boaster as well. The question is, where will Adam go for the AWP? Goes to the first pick. Takes down Claw. That's Boaster, sorry, taking down the first player. It's going to be Fish123 with the first pick.
Yeah, Adam instead heading over towards long a little bit more, but nobody going to be there to meet him, as Fisher, following your advice from earlier, following exactly what you said earlier, and playing both of their A-men together. They sort of need to keep that going. They got 1 man in connector, 1 man a little bit further back in the form of Boaster, and Rattlesnake actually now going to be coming up and seeing what he can do. Spots Pommy out, manages to land a bit of damage, but can't quite find the frag in the end. Still, he goes back for more and he makes it work.
It's the team flash, as I mentioned before. The flashes come out. It's so important to flash for your teammates, but the 1-for-1 trade happens. It's not really the end of the world now. For Fish123, obviously Boaster with the AWP, he can play aggressive towards toilets, retake that control, and not allow the T's to have it.
Yeah, and obviously the man going down earlier on does mean that uFrag still aren't in a great position, but Adam going to be working himself towards one. Or on the A site, ready and waiting. I think just banking on the fact that nobody expects him to be there, but Cryptix, he's got a little bit of a clue now. Drops the flash, Frankster comes through, and if they decide to go for the peak, this is going to be it. Adam whiffs the shot, Frankster's already in position, and despite being tagged down to 15 points of health, he seals the deal. So now it's Prey and Hype. Boaster still just watching that one angle, still just waiting for people to come through. Means we're going to be seeing a 1v4.
Prey, though, only 15 HP, will go down to Boaster. He'll take him down 11-11. Smart play there. They're playing together. Cryptix there, jumping, trying to bait the shot out of Adam, and once he's baited the shot, Frank faces from bank, takes down Adam. Actually, Adam hitting the no-scope there. Unfortunately for him, it was the leg shot, so he will go down. It's 11-11. The money not looking good for uFrag. They're going to go for the half-buy. This could be a fast B, maybe. Smoke off site, flash over Molly. Actually opting to go towards connected. This could be a fast A split.
Looks like it might well be just that. Tech9's in hand, a single nade to use, and they're just going to be pushing on through. Rattlesnake ready to face, but he's going to be met with pure aggression and not much else. Boaster as well, having to run away. both of these players going to be taken down in an instant, and suddenly it's a 5 versus 4 with weapons in the hand of uFrag. The rotates have to come in, they have to be fast, they have to be effective. Otherwise, this one could very well be over.
Fish123, they can still win this. They've got to remember the firepower's in their favor. Cryptic's here from Truck. Will chuck that nade out, doesn't quite get the kill, but the second nade goes in. Cryptic's 2 nade kills coming out, so 3 versus 3. And now, all of a sudden, it's favoring Fish123.
Adam, though, going to be trying to pull things back into the favor of uFrag with another Tech-9 kill on the cards. Picks up that M4. Claw going to be holding onto the AWP. And they're just trying to figure out where they can go from here. And actually, something to think about is Fish aren't playing it too forward. They've got the bomb and they've got a lot of time left.
Yeah, they have kits, they have a smoke and a flash, so they don't really need to force the play here. They know the players could be here. Actually, Claw there, refacing, doesn't get the kill. They know where he is now, so they know it's probably going to still be towards A. He has the bomb as well, and he's just shot his AWP, so they know where the bomb is. The question is, though, can Adam get the flank in time?
Yeah, Adam going to be coming up all the way from behind, taking that long route. And Pickle's going to be anticipating it, but not really in a good enough position to find himself the frag. And that means it's going to be Frankster. Yeah, they think it's B now, but that's exactly what uFrag are going to be doing. A little bit of clairvoyance shown from Frankster there as he starts to set himself up towards the right play. uFrag going to be making their way to the B site. Suddenly spot that the AWP's there. Pommy manages to see him, but Claw at least finds the site. So that's the bomb down, a 3v1. And Frankster left in a position where he has to push with a weapon that doesn't really favor that style of play.
Yeah, if he doesn't get the early pick, he should really opt to save. Obviously, the bomb is down. He has a kit of smoke and had a flash. Actually, opts using utility early. Probably going to try to get a one-way or jump through the smoke. He does indeed. Whiffs the shot. Oh, takes down Claw. Question is, though, this player, Pillar, will he reface him go down? Nope, Adam will take him down with his M4. Smart call there from Adam. You know there's 2 players playing aggressive towards toilets. Have the connector split from A, catch the player off in connector, catch the player off in toilets. 2 early frags there for uFrag.
Yeah, and I doubt uFrag are going to be too happy they lost that one, but at the same time, when you think about that... Actually, wait, no. I'm being an idiot. Yeah, uFrag managed to take it. Sorry, I was going to say for the investment they put in, losing that one would have been a good enough option, but they did pick it up in the end, so... A very nice showing from these guys, and it puts them in exactly the position they've been trying to be in from the start. This is where we're going to be seeing them potentially take control again, and this round at least is going to be theirs for free. So the chance to take it 13-11 early on, and all they're going to have to face to do that is pistols. Pickles, though, going to be in a place to make his pistol count. Finds the first onto height, brings it into the 4v4, and at this point, it's just going to be out the pick.
Yeah, probably there the second kill in the round for uFrag. Looking like it's going to be 13-11, and the thing is, it may be 13-11. You might think, oh, there's only 3 more rounds until the game's over. The thing is, if Fish123 lose this next round, they could be out of the game.
Yeah, this is uFrag's chance to make something happen. Next round as well going to be extremely important, and I mean at this point, Fish really with not much they can do. It's a bit of a round that's just given away almost instantly. uFrag find the site. There's nothing that can happen. It's 13-11 from the start, and it's going to be Fish on the full investment to try and pull themselves back into this one.
Fish, they have kits, they have utility, and when they're winning their rounds, they're playing retake, smart retakes, playing on the sites, not showing early aggression, giving away the free picks towards uFrag. You know they play slow. Their default is slow-paced. Just don't give uFrag the early plays. Play towards site, play it smart, and play the retakes and win it that way.
Yep, and early on, I'm hoping we're not going to be seeing too much facing. Rattlesnake looking like maybe he was almost going to be thinking about it, but the smoke goes down instead, and that is going to be him in a great place. Cray hears door open, but doesn't necessarily imagine what could be lurking behind, so doesn't give it much attention. Fortunately for him, nobody acts, and that is going to be uFrag still with 5 players alive, working their way through.
This is actually a G2 setup coming out here, having Smiths would hold long and then have the other 2 players, RPK and Shocks, pushing up long, having the off cover, but oh, such a nice headshot there coming from Rattlesnake. It's a 1-man lead now, the most crucial round of the game so far. As I was saying before, though, they have long control. They have some toilet control. They can maybe catch off this player here that comes out connector. That's what they're waiting for.
If he decides to peek, he's going to be in trouble. At the moment, though, nothing really presenting itself. Instead, it's going to be Boaster, crouched and not really aware of what was going on. Going to be taken out by Pommy. Cryptic's, though, going to be ready for the refrag, and Rattlesnake going to be waiting in connector to do even more damage. Suddenly, it's a 4v2. Adam and Pommy are left in an awkward position, and Cryptic's has just spotted Adam.
Yeah, spots him, throws the flash, throws the smoke out, hopefully expecting Adam to bait a shot into that smoke, but actually the same setup coming last time. Adam expects it, takes down Pickles to 2 versus 3, and this is winnable now if Cryptic's can go down, but Rattlesnake on the flank, taps down Adam. This is going to be Pommy in the 1 versus 3.
Pommy not really having much hope here. 30 seconds-ish left in the round. The bomb in his hands, but 3 players to deal with very quickly indeed. Cryptic's going to be the first man he spots, but he can't quite land the shot. And so it is going to be another round on the board for Fish123.
So 13-12, and as I was talking about before with the setups that are coming up for G2, you got to talk about AWPers and how different AWPers play. You've got passive AWPers, you've got aggressive AWPers, but you also have supportive AWPers. Smiths from G2 being one of those players, and actually one of the strats they showed there was one that G2 show often. Is where you have the supportive AWPer hold the angle, let the rifles push up, and they play for the entries. You don't have Adam going for the entries. He's not that type of AWPer. He's not an aggressive AWPer. He's a passive role player and supportive AWPer, and it works out for them usually. But unfortunately for them, they lose that round.
And that means we aren't going to be seeing things wrap up quite so fast. Fish going to be in a place again to do more damage. Adam though going to be entering with the Galil this time. Finds himself the first frag to kick things off. Smoke's go over. The CP is held back a little bit longer actually. Frankster's still going to be dropping. Rattlesnake though in on the flank already. This man seems to always be behind them and always finding frags from it as well. Finds himself Cray to start things off. Not going to be getting too aggressive after that, but Cryptic's on site ready to do more. And this is beautiful from Fish123. A wonderful retake, leaving just Claw as the last man versus 3. He smoked, he splashed, he's spamming away at that bomb. They know exactly where he is, and they're going to be more than ready to finish him off.
These uFrag players and these afterplans say there's 4 down 1 by 1 like dominoes. I don't know what they're looking at. You know, Rattlesnake just sprayed someone down. The thing is, though, he has got the M4 silence, so it is a bit harder to know where he is. So maybe catching that player off guard didn't quite get the sound cue properly, but it's going to be 13-13, and uFrag, they're probably going to save this one, maybe go for a half bike as soon as they've got the bomb down there, and then allow Fish to go into that 14th round and then try and claw it back with the 3 rounds in a row.
Yeah, I mean, just a couple of rounds ago, it looked like things might all be over. Now it's going to be Fish trying to bring things back, and uFrag having to stand in their way. As you said, though, this one's going to be Tech9's limited utility and potentially a fast push towards the A site right now. And again, it's going to be Fish over towards long. It's something we've seen before, and it's something that you can play off the back of. I was going to say if they don't get spotted, but they don't.
Fish123, they can allow the bomb to go down here. Obviously, they've got the 2 players that are coming towards flank, 1 long and 1 coming mid. Bomb can go down as long as uFrag don't get the early picks, and unfortunately does get traded out. Rattlesnake as well. We'll take down Cray. 4 versus 4. 3 versus 3 now as another set of trades comes out. Hype and Adam. Adam goes down, and so does Pommy, so it's just Hype. The bomb is down. They're not looking to win this round. They're just looking to get the bomb down, get that $800, allow Adam to buy the AWP in the next round. Have that utility, maybe go for a set execute somewhere, maybe get some map control with their nades. Molly off B short, flash B short, take control of something, because it feels like uFrag on their T side, they don't take control of the map, they don't have map pressure.
Yeah, this round, hopefully we can see some more of that coming into play. Hopefully we can see... Actually, I want to see this one go all the way. I want to see this hit 30 rounds. I want to be seeing
it overtime. This is a great game.
I want to see it head to overtime. Is exactly what I was going to be saying. uFrag in a position where they can make that happen here now, but it's a tenuous position.
Got Boaster there with the op trying to get that first pick towards mid. They'll spot the players pushing, so we'll see what will happen now. Throws that flash up. No players come towards mid. 3 players long, actually. Boaster, they fall back early, and here comes the double push long. This is another thing that Astralis do. We might see the bait set up where you have 1 player. Actually, no, they're not opting for that. The AWP is the one playing close. This is unusual. Doesn't quite connect the flick, though. It does tag him down to 17 HP.
Rattlesnake there with the Molotov, making sure nobody can chase Boaster down as well as that. Finding himself the frag onto Adam to take the AWP out of the hands of uFrag. Going to be 4 AKs versus the 5 players of Fish now, and honestly, that's not the start that they were going to be looking for in this one.
Yes, indeed. So as I was mentioning before, it's so strange that you have the AWP there playing so aggressive. What you could have done there is had Boaster play towards truck, have him bait for the player that was close long, but actually the boost coming out catches Pommy off guard, and he'll go down. It's now 2-man leader ready for Fish123.
And Cryptix is going to be on site as well, ready to take advantage of anybody coming through, and indeed he does. Claw takes the peek and loses his life. Cray now and Hype are going to be the last 2 left alive. The bomb heading down towards B, and Hype actually at least managing to find the entry, so this is potentially going to be the plan.
If there's anybody you want in this situation, is Hype with his incredible aim and his clutch plays. The question is, though, can they hold off this CT retake? They have kits, they have Molotovs, 2 Molotovs on AWP. Cray spotting off Boaster, takes him off guard. The thing is, though, Cryptix takes down Thingy, but sorry, Cryptix takes down that player. Obviously, these T players not really playing together too well. You have the player at Pillar not spotting the water push, and Cryptix will take off that player short off guard. Takes him down in the 2 versus 1. Rattlesnake will win it in that 1 versus 1 as he plays towards water again. So, unfortunately, there, uFrag not covering for their angles, not covering for their teammates, and Fish123, they're on the 15.
Yeah, Fish found their way to match point. uFrag now going to be seeing what they can do to play against it, but they don't have an AWP. Some of them are lacking slight amounts of utility. It's not going to be the perfect round. It's still not a round that they can win. Boaster initially going to be going aggressive though and seeing if he can take something away from them early on. Doesn't manage to land the flick, and that's what uFrag robbed. If they can find this round, there is still a chance we can see this go to overtime. There is still a chance something can happen, but it's going to have to be almost perfect. That's the way to start it off at least.
Yes, exactly. So unfortunately for them, they've got 5 rifles and no AWP, so this pick game won't really work too well for them. And Boaster with his AWP, he can rain hell onto these tier players if they walk into a scope.
Cray still going to be seeing what he can do towards that B side. Actually, potentially going to be in a place to catch a man off. Frank's are going to be in his way, but Cryptic with very low health indeed going to be continuing to take the fight. It's a wallbang to finish him off. 2 frags coming through from the uFrag side and no response as of yet from Fish.
Into this round is still winnable. People's in a great position. He can catch his players off as they push up short. Rattlesnake is one of the fast rotate. From Water, they're not watching Water again. Prey goes down, but gets traded by Hype. Well played. Pickles though, still boost on site. Takes on Adam, that's the bomb down.
We wait to see what more can come through. Hype though going to be making sure he chases Pickles down and leaves only Boaster in the 1 versus 3. The man with the AWP going to be seeing what he can do, going to be seeing if there's anybody to spot. And at the moment actually just waiting for a little bit of aggression to come through to him, but it doesn't. And that means we're going to be seeing him instead fall away, hold on to that gun for the next round, and just sort of sit confident that whatever Fish do manage to buy up is going to be enough to pull this one through and take the game in 30.
Cray there with that Nico-like lurk towards the monster, trying to open up that B-bomb. It's like it's 2 entries. Well, very well played from him there. I mentioned that without the AWP it's going to be hard to get entries, but when you go towards B, when it is barrels and Water and on top of sight, boosters on sight, they're all headshot angles. It's that you don't want an AWP there, you want a rifle. So it's very well played from Cray there. Gets the 2 entries towards B, and Fish123, they lose this round. It's going to be 15, 14, 30th round.
Exactly, we get to see this one go all the way, if not to overtime. uFrag still in a position where they can chase this one out, where they can try and find that win for themselves. And Fish, well, they're in a position where they're going to have to shuffle some stuff around if they want to be making it work. We do see the AWP maintained, obviously, from the last round. Both are going to be holding on to that, but apart from that, it's not looking too good. There's a single kit on Boaster that's been maintained, a couple of FAMASs, an M4 and a Deagle with limited utility behind them.
Actually, something interesting to bring up as well, as I mentioned in the pre-game, was that Frank's is a Source player. I don't even know if he's ever played Overpass competitively before.
I wouldn't know. I mean, you'd assume he would have, but...
I mean, maybe. The thing is, in Source, this map wasn't there, obviously. Right now, he's only 11 for 20, so not having the best game, but Rattlesnake catches up that first play, takes down Cray. On the 30th round, it's a 1-man lead for Fish123, and with the experience on their side, I imagine they don't throw this away.
Well, definitely not going to be looking to uFrag again, as you said, as of yet, unable to find themselves that refrag, and honestly, Fish not going to be giving them the chance. Something nice to see is actually that aggression having a moment where it is reined in, and we see them just stop giving the peak, stop giving anything, and just going for things in measure. So at the moment, it's going to be 3 men over towards B, Boaster and Rattlesnake playing over towards A, and Adam trying to see what he can do to open things up. Takes the fight, but down to 1 point of health. Yeah, he has to concede defeat. He has to give it up a little bit.
Rattlesnake there getting caught by Claw, wide peek him and take him down. It's the 4 versus 4, but Adam is 1 HP, so he's still looking to favour the Fish123 side in this situation. The smokes come up, but they can fake this. They have control of connector, but instead they're going to opt for this attack.
Indeed, they are. Cryptic's going to be playing up close. Goes for a little bit of a jump. He's going to be finding himself at least 1 Tommy, though, ready with a response. There's going to be Cryptic's to find a second, apparently. This man trying to single-handedly carry his team through and stop this bomb plant from happening, but Claw going to be doing the same for his team. Finds one, looks for the second, but runs out of bullets halfway through the spray. And that's it. Boaster with the AWP, finds himself Adam, clears that one up, takes it 16-14. So a 30-round game. I think your prediction at the start of Cash may be a little bit underestimating uFrag.
Well, that was for Cash. I didn't know what to think about Overpass, considering that we haven't seen them this week, and obviously between weeks they do show great improvement between maps.